Welcome to Mum's Basement. Got a cute little story progression poster. And I'm going to be doing a challenge now that I don't think I really want to be doing. How many mimics there are, blah blah blah, only numbers. The next three sound quite hard. So, I think after this one, I might just do some fun little challenges. Oh god. This is not what I thought. Box on the right isn't a mimic. I don't understand. Please explain this. 2 mimics within these 9 boxes. Number corresponds with how many mimics are in the 8 directions. Mimics give fake numbers. Okay. I believe you are all good. You're a mimic. You're interesting. You're a mimic. You're a mimic. No, that doesn't make sense. So we're assuming this one is right. And by default, these are all right. So this one sees 2, which it can't. Has to be that, right? I don't understand. All right, let's open this and get it wrong, just so we can understand better. Excuse me? Okay, yeah. So these were right. So there's 2 next to you. 1, 2. There's 2 next to you. Is it diagonal? Yeah, it's diagonal. 8 directions. Okay. I understand better now. I don't understand at all. So 2 next to you. Okay. So 2 was right. Interesting. I'm going to need to think harder on this one. Let's read that prompt again. Most treasure box hints will only include numbers. The numbers correspond with how many mimics are in the 8 directions. Mimics give fake numbers. It's the same game, but it feels different. Okay, so you are all right. So by default, you are all right. There's a mimic in a blue box, which is you. 1, so you can't be a mimic, and you are a mimic. Okay, I understand a little better now. There's a mimic among the red boxes, which may not be true. You can be a mimic though, can't you? This is quite different. I think you have to be a mimic. Let's test this theory. So you're not a mimic. You are a mimic. I don't know why I thought this one wouldn't be a mimic. Because these things both say 1, and I got them proven. I opened them up here. So if this guy saw 2, then this one would have seen them as well, surely. Oh, I suppose there could have been one here and one here. But then this one would have seen it. And this one would have seen the same thing that this one sees. Okay. So the opposite should be mirrored. Right? The middle should be... No. No, no, no. Hmm. How do we make sense? So this is A2, right? I've accidentally rage quit. Alright. Alright. Numbers. They see all two. You see this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. You see this one, this one, this one. And you see this one, this one, this one. Interesting. So you I can ignore. Here or here has another mimic too. Okay, it's you. So do we work from an edge? So this one sees a mimic here or here. And you see a mimic here or here. You don't see any mimics. Box on the right isn't a mimic. I don't know if this middle one can be a mimic or not. Two mimics with these 9 boxes. Numbers correspond with how many mimics. Mimics will give fake numbers. So I think the middle one has to be true, right? I think it's likely that... There's one. It's either here or here. Mimic. Definitely a mimic. That means you're not a mimic. And you see one of these two, so you're right. And then that's a 50-50, right? The fact that it says mimics give fake numbers. There's no mimic in the black boxes. There's two. Okay. You see one. It must be you. You see two, so it's one of these two. I think it's you. Alright. I'm starting to understand it now. But only if the middle one is never lying do I understand it. Come on, Nisha. Save me. Save me, Nisha. Please. I'm taking very little damage. Listen. There's no mimic among the blue boxes. Okay. So now I know that this one is can lie. Has to be lying. And you're lying too. see if that's right. Some to mimic among the red boxes. There's so many zeros. When there's 3 zeros, they must all be right. You see 1. You see 2. Okay. Go again, Nisha. Thank you. 2 hits. It's painful. The money's high though. Yep, I do. This is suffering. This is suffering. Okay. I want all of you. Apparently I want one of you. I want all of you. Let's go get a small amount of healing. Three mimics. Christ. You see 3. I just don't have a good understanding of this game. I'm sure if somebody explained this bit very quickly to me, I would start to pick it up. Everyone sees 1. And I'm assuming you're right. And you should be right too. So you? We're getting there. Most people see 1. You 2 see 3. You 3 see 3. Interesting. Okay. The orbs are even more helpful in here. You see 1. You can't be true. You can. 1, 2, 3. And you can't. I'm just not too sure how to start this puzzle, really. I think I'd be having a better time if I knew how you get to the start point. Oh, thank you for saving me, Nisha. Fantastic work. everyone sees one. I would assume that that's that. Screw it. You see one. Yes. You see one. Hmm. It's quite hard. Quite hard. Box on the right isn't a mimic. You see 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 2 mimics around me. This area is 2. So, the bottom row has at least 1 mimic. You're saying you see 1 here. You should be a mimic. You don't see one, but you see one, and you say it's down here. Which means good, 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 good. Good, good. Lies. That makes sense. I mean, this makes it a little easy. But when I get to 3 mimics, it's just not going to happen. Okay, there is a mimic among the blue. Okay, let's say that you are alright. That means you're a mimic. Why does that mean you're a mimic? You are good. You're a mimic. So you can't see 2. You see 1. Okay. Test that theory. I think I'm supposed to solve first, like, work out what I think the complete solution is, and then work backwards. I just don't think there's proof. So you should both be able to see 1, so it should be this one. And then I should work backwards to double check my work. I think that's the way you do this. I'm really not sure. So you're saying that none is here. You say that no one is here. Top row contains no mimics. You would see a mimic here. And you would see a mimic either here or here. I think it's... Can't be. That can be. So you're wrong, we ignore you. You see 2. You see 1, 1. 1, 1, 0. I just have no confidence in this. Like, at all. Give me. Give me. Okay, let's try this. So it's more like Sudoku? I'm thinking of like Minesweeper, but there's no way that's true. It would have to be 1, 2, 3. And that would make... This by default can't be true. There is no mimic among the red boxes. Which would mean 1, 2. I suppose these two could be. No, but then this one could see both of them. So you're a lie. There is a mimic in the red boxes. You're a lie too. You see 2, you see 2. You see 1, 1, 1, 2, 2. I'm getting it now. It just... Well, I think I'm getting it now. Feels very rough. My lucky stars, mate, please. No lucky stars. That is rough. Charm. What can I sell for that charm? $50? That used to be worth 100. Still no blues, yeah? No. That's rough. Sure. Just throw the run for no reason. Rest in peace, all my money. 3 mimics. Box on the right is a mimic. That means you would see one. Won't see. You would see. You could see. Two. This doesn't work. Okay, so you're a mimic. You see that, which means you're innocent. You see 3, which means these 3. That doesn't work either. 1, 2, 3. 2, 1, 2. Box on the right is a mimic. You see 3, so you can't see 3. And you would see 1 here. And you would see 2. So you see, ignore you, you see 2. You see 2. You see 3. Ignore you. Okay. Okay, so you're a mimic. I should have left that there so I could see what I got wrong. UC3. I feel like that's right. I've got no reason to trust that. And I think you're wrong. You can't see 3. You just can't. Has to be here or here. Has to be here or here. So you see 1. It's you. You could see 2. You guys could all see that one. Ah, no. No, it can't be. Can't be. Yeah. Okay. So you reckon... One. Ah. It's you. Let's just use regular logic. So... hang on. There's a mimic in the blue chest. Yes. It's you. Yeah, so this doesn't work unless you are also a mimic. Really? Because you can't see 3. And you would see this. You would see this. Okay. I mean, that makes sense. How much damage in inertia? My armor's good though. That's nice. Hmm. You can see everywhere here. I feel like you have to be good or you both have to be mimics. You see 1. You see 1. You can't see anything. If you see this one, then that one's good. Then we have too many mimics. Surely there's a easier way just with like numbering. Like UC1. Say you're the mimic. I don't think that works. No, it can't be. Because then they would see more. So you're good, you're good. You can see 3. You can see 1. Let's say you're right. That makes you a mimic, and you a mimic. But then that's false. So you're a mimic. You're right. You're false. I think that would make you a mimic. No, that's wrong. That's wrong as well. Do I have any... CC1? Remove. So you're good. If you're right, then that forces this to be a mimic. And then these can't be mimics. So that has to be wrong. Let's roll with you're a mimic, you're a mimic, you're a mimic. You see 3, you see 1, you see 1, you see 2, you see 2. This looks okay. Mimic on the right. The rightmost column has no mimics. I would love for that to be real. But that can't be real. Okay. So you see 1, 1, 1. And then let's say that's right. You would see 2. 2, so no. You see 2, you see 2. Alright. Rest in peace. I'm just so not sure. I'm just so not sure. This is my first time ever seeing a puzzle like this. I'm sure it's not a new puzzle. Like, I'm sure like puzzles like this have been around forever. There are no mimics in blue boxes. You would see 1. You would see 2. You would see 3, so no. I know you're a mimic. And you're a mimic. You're right. Oops. So you're also good. And you two are good. And you two are good. Which means you're a mimic. 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 1, 2, 2. Okay. For being so unsure, I'm being either incredibly confident or arrogant. I'm not sure which is which. Shops, finally. Oh, fantastic. I think that's the first time I've got that. Should I just rush the boss? Equip the best, sell the rest. Buy. Is there a guy that I can... Nope. What stats are we looking at? It's okay. Oh, I just... Yeah, There's a mimic among the black boxes. That's true. So one of you two is a mimic. You can lie. Hmm. True. So you would see something here. Hmm. That doesn't work, does it? Okay. So one of you two are a mimic. One of you two are a mimic. I think this one has to be true. Otherwise it kind of makes a mess of everything. And we reckon you're fake. And you're fake. Hmm. You would have to be fake too, which would make this redundant. This one can only see this one. I think you're true. And I think you're fake. And you would have to be fake too. 1, 2, 3. Because we're so close to the end, I'm just going to use this item. Am I? No, I just have faith. Yep, just send it. There we go. You checked your math. Let's work on... There's one or more mimics. There are no mimics among the red. So you don't think there's one there? So we think you're fake. I don't know if that really helps me. 1, 2, 3. You would have to be fake. You could... I mean, that does work. You see 3? There is no mimic in a red box. You see 1. How many floors? 22 B items. Ah. Do we want to win or do we want to... Oh, God. I think that's correct, but I'll never know. Okay, sell my barbecue meat, sell my buns, sell my cookie. Sell my HP candy. I do think we can just win from here. Box on the left is a mimic. There's a mimic among the blue boxes. Two. Assuming that's right. You're right, you're right, you're right. You would have to be... It does work. Does work. Cool. I think it's time we got away from this place. No, it's just coward strats, right? So overwhelmed. I can't. I actually can't. 5 damage in front. Energy drink. So... HP guard, Whetstone can go. Sure. Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh. $43, eh? Shouldn't have been such a coward. I think I lose here. I don't know how deserved that victory was. I feel like I could have solved a couple of those last puzzles and made it significantly easier. But I just wanted to win. I didn't care about the pride, being a coward. It just almost cost me. Dreadful, dreadful show. Tell me what's next. Doubt. Mimics only tell the truth. Interesting. I'm gonna have to relearn a whole bunch of stuff. One confused box. Both of these sound quite annoying. So I may do coward route again. I think next episode we'll do something fun. We'll do like a challenge, like can you beat her with only getting niche items, where we'll sell all our weapons.